Ladies and gentlemen, our first guest will be wrestling at the Sky Dome in Toronto next Monday night as part of the international WWF Raw is War broadcast. Please welcome the sweet and sour homeboy from Toronto, Edge. You're a big fella. How tall are you?
Damn. 6'4".
6'4". Wow. What do you weigh?
240. Between 235, 240.
Wow.
Depends on what I eat that week.
Yeah, big fella. Your parents big too?
No.
No?
No, my mom's petite. She's 5'7", but she's not large.
Yeah. How about?
I guess that is fairly big, isn't it? But
5'7" is tall for a woman.
But she walks a lot, so she stays in shape. I guess.
That's good. And your dad, not a big man?
Well, 6'5".
Yeah, that's.
Contradicted myself.
It's an inch taller than you, in case you keep track.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
You have a very soft, spiritual appearance for a wrestler. You almost look like my grandmother had a picture of Jesus over her dresser. And you have that angelic, saintly look about you.
There could be worse comparisons.
No, it's true, and I
Yeah.
certainly didn't want to offend you, and I hope I didn't.
Well, you better not.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
You're going to have to trust me on this.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Now, how did you get into wrestling?
Long story. I'll try and make it short. I always loved wrestling growing up. I mean, I used to play with little action figures, and when I was 8 or 9 years old...
We called them dolls in my house, but go ahead.
Well, see, I'm trying to be a little bit more manly than you, so... Now, I used to...
You can start by shaving the hair, Goldilocks.
At least I have some.
Might be a start for you.
You see, at least I have some hair.
Yeah, that's right.
That looks like a chia pet that's trying to grow, but it
well,
just
hair
won't.
comes from a lack of testosterone. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I guess you just don't have enough. Yeah.
I'd rather use mine for what God intended it for, but go ahead.
See, I have enough left over.
Look, you're starting to make me mad, all right?
On with the story.
Yeah.
We don't want to make them mad, right?
So
for me, the first time I saw wrestling, they were like real life superheroes for me. Right. And I used to read comic books when I was younger too. So I said to my mom, I said, that's what I want to do. And I stuck with it when it was uncool. And when I was 17 years old, the Toronto Star ran a wrestling column every weekend. And one weekend they said, if you've ever wanted to be a wrestler, write in. And Sully's Gym in Toronto, run by Sweet Daddy Siki and Ron Hutchison.
Sweet Daddy Siki was big in the 60s.
Yep. Yeah. He's a legend.
Yeah,
he's a legend.
He was great wrestler.
He had the big blonde afro, you know. But either way, they called me up and they said, it's down to you and a few other guys. So I went down and they said, okay, you're the guy. We're going to train you. And, I was 17 years old, so it was a blessing. And I trained for a year, had my first match after a year, and then I trained for another year. And, wrestled when I could. When I got the opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
I heard you're going to be on the cover of TV Guide.
Yeah, little tiny cover TV guide. Just a little thing, but
Yeah, see that?
Want to see that? That's out this week.
Boy, I'm sure glad you didn't bring your copy of War and Peace. Probably would have taken up the whole building. That's beautiful. WWF Raw, Canada's own Edge, breaks his silence in an exclusive interview. We had you first.
Yep.
Not really that exclusive. Now, who's in town for Raw is War?
You name it. You're going to have Stone Cold Steve Austin. Thought that would elicit a reaction. My good buddy, The Undertaker.
I didn't catch a tone of sarcasm there. When you say good buddy, you're kidding.
I hang with him, actually.
Oh, you hang with The Undertaker?
Yeah, we're all part of the Ministry of Darkness. Yeah.
Boy, I bet that's got Jimmy Swaggart on the run.
I've heard he's a little upset, actually. Yeah.
Ministry of Darkness. Wow. All right, who else?
Degeneration X will be there. Yeah. Who else will be there? You name it. Val Venus, the little Valbinsky. He'll be there.
I'm not a big fan of his.
No, he's not very well endowed, actually.
Oh, really?
Oh, did I say that? Yeah. Whoops. Sorry, Val.
May I say it takes a brave man to admit you knew.
Hey, we all... Yeah, I set you up for that one.
Now, the wrestlers, now that we're on that note, do wrestlers get groupies? Do you have a lot of groupies hanging around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens. I mean, I guess with any form of entertainment, it's that aspect of it will be there. But
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like you would know.
Oh, I know. Believe me.
God.
Mine all look like you.
That was a backhanded insult.
Right. So do you get a lot of good-looking women after you?
Well,
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong, Edge, with admitting it. Do you have a lot of good-looking women waiting for you
there's
after the match?
some good-looking women, and there's some women that don't have any teeth, and there's some women that, you know, I mean, it's a broad spectrum. But I don't get involved. I go back to my hotel room, I sleep, I call my girlfriend, and that's pretty much it.
You got a steady gal?
Steady gal.
That's good.
Yeah.
She in the wrestling world? She in management or an agent?
No,
No?
no, she's not.
So did you meet her? You didn't meet her through wrestling?
Roughly, yeah, kind of. She's the sister of another one of the wrestlers.
Oh, really? A WWF guy?
Yeah.
Oh, who's that?
That would be the guy that I said wasn't very well endowed before. That's why I can get away with it.
Val Venus.
Yeah, Val Venus.
All right, good. Now, what's been your worst injury? My guess is it'll happen tomorrow. What's been your worst injury so far?
Well, I mean, I've been knocked out cold before in the ring. There was one point I got dropped on my head in a little town, actually Indian reservation in Manitoba, and for 30 seconds I couldn't move, but I could see everything. And the referee said, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I couldn't answer.
Wow.
And just laid there. So that was really scary.
Now, did you go on to win the match?
Actually, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you bounced right back.
You know, I shook it off and came to and killed probably thousands of brain cells.
Was this before you got into the WWF?
Yeah, this is when I was cutting my teeth and paying my dues.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, you got scouted for the WWF. Somebody saw you and
yeah,
signed you?
it's a long process, though.
Right.
People think you just walk into the WWF. That's not the way it is.
No.
I mean, I wrestled in Indian reservations and drove across frozen lakes in Manitoba and ate cans of tuna and slept on blue mats in the middle of nowhere and drove across winter roads for 24 hours. And
you were trying to get somewhere.
Trying to get
when
somewhere.
You did all this.
Trying to get, trying. Hoping.
This wasn't in the hopes that you'd bump into a WWF guy hitchhiking.
No, I would hope he wouldn't be there.
Good.
No, just to gain experience. Cut my teeth, pay some dues, because everyone has to in one form or another.
Let me ask you a question. Now, we've always hoped to get Vince McMahon on here someday. But you see a lot of the older wrestlers, like older football players, older hockey players, they didn't get the big contracts. They didn't really make a lot of money, and a lot of them are up against it today. Do you guys make good coin?
We're taken care of.
Yeah?
We definitely are. And with what we get, now we've learned from our predecessors to be smart with our money and invest it properly. Right. Because you do see some guys, you know, you'll meet them at certain shows, they'll come to the shows, and they just weren't smart with their money. And we all see that, and hey, we aren't going to end up like that.
But you negotiate your own contract.
Yeah,
you go in with an agent.
I'm my own agent. I'm my own.
And it's an equitable deal, dependent upon how good your advisors are. You get a piece of the merchandising?
Yes.
Right,
I get a piece of that. And
good.
Yeah.
It's important to me that I find out whether or not they're treating you well.
Okay. You're looking out for me.
Well, I'm looking out for you, yeah. Actually, I'll be honest, I didn't like you at the beginning of the interview, but I like you now. It's always best to patch things up at the end.
Okay.
Good. I like it. Thanks a lot, Edge. Good
Thank
luck
you.
in the big draw as well. Curling expert and TSN reporter Marilyn Bodo up next. That was great, man. Edge and the WWF Raw is War broadcast next Monday night on TSN. Check your local listings. You can check out Marilyn Bodo on the TSN website at www.tsn.ca and look for Laser Kern on Much Music's The Mix tomorrow night. And we're on the Comedy Network and CTV. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Discount men's and women's wear from Toronto's Kensington Market.